Welcome to Sow Chatty. I'm Kerry from Reindeer on the Plot.
And I'm Claire from Santa's.
No, the North Pole Garden.
I had one line. Well,
welcome to Sow Chatty's Christmas party. We are full of festive cheer this evening, and we are welcoming our community together tonight to have a little celebration. And I think there's lots to celebrate because this channel, Claire, it has so exceeded our expectations, hasn't it? It has become this just wonderful space for the YouTube community. It's inclusive, it's kind, it's welcoming, and those are all the things that we were striving for it to be. So we really wanted to come together, even though we know everybody's busy at this time of year, come together and have a little Christmas celebration and a celebration of where this channel has got to so far.
It's
so
been
Claire,
brilliant, hasn't it?
Are you ready to party?
I am. Cheers, Kerry.
Cheers. So we've got Christmas glasses tonight.
I have Christmas gonks.
I have a gonk on my tree. There we go. He's more of an autumn gonk. He was in the sale before Christmas. He was like a Halloween decoration. But he's on my Christmas tree now. I have Christmas trees on my glass.
That's a beautiful glass.
Thank you. I've made a little Christmas margarita as well. It's got clementine in it.
Well, I don't drink, but it looks very grown up. So I have grape juice here.
Very good.
But Kerry, you're looking extremely festive, but I can go one step further. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah,
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Lights, camera, action.
It's a fantastic. I went to Mum's this evening to get a jumper because I'd run out, and I'm like, I want your light up one. But she only had one light that still worked on that jumper. So instead, and I preferred this one, I've picked, how cute is this?
Oh,
little Christmas owl.
That is so cute. That is a really cute jumper, actually.
You see, yours is good because you can see it all up here, but my owls, as soon as I sit down, disappear.
Well, I went to Amazon and I typed in ugly Christmas jumper, and this is the first one it came up with. And I don't actually think it's ugly, but yes, it's busy, isn't it? Because you can only see us sort of from here up. I wanted to be able to see lots of Christmassy things on it. So yeah, the lights were a little bit of a bonus. It's rather jazzy, isn't it?
Disco lights. Well, I've gone for tinsel so that I am Christmassy up here as well. But we've both got our Santa hats on, although there seems to be an addition on your hat there, Claire.
Yes. I have some little antlers on. They're holding the hat on because I don't know if you can tell, but it's too big for my head. So I've already got it turned up on itself, and the antlers are holding it in place because it just sunk to here, didn't it, before we went on air? Yes. And my hair went extremely static. So we're not moving anything now.
I think, I couldn't say by the end of the party when, you've had one too many because you're only on the grape juice. But I was wondering if we could get you to take your hat off so we could see the hairball.
No. I don't have a lot of hair for the hairball.
Well, it wouldn't be Christmas without presents as well. So although we said last week that was our final giveaway of 2025, we have decided that we're going to gift another present, just a little something in tonight's episode as well. So stay engaged, keep chatting, and we will announce at the end who's getting that little present. Okay. So Claire, you're clearly ready to party. We did warn that we were upping the festivities for this episode. I've moved, so I'm right underneath the Christmas tree. But are you ready for Christmas itself? Are you all prepared? You were wrapping presents just before we went on air.
I was. I have a little bit more wrapping to do. And I've been out today panic shopping because I thought I hadn't got enough for a few people in the family. And then as I start going through the bags and start wrapping, I realised that actually I bought more than I thought. So I didn't need to buy any extra things. But yes, I've had a really good time today, and I've nearly finished the wrapping. So yeah, I'm feeling a little bit more organised. And yeah, what about you? Because you were panic stricken the other day because you'd bought nothing.
Yeah, I actually think I'm all right now. I have wrapped nothing, But I don't tend to wrap until Christmas Eve anyway. Christmas Eve is, I have a little routine where I like bring down all the stuff to wrap in the living room and I watch Die Hard. So that's my Christmas tradition, but I'm going to have to change it this year because I'm seeing Liam before Christmas and after Christmas, and we're going to watch Die Hard on whatever night it is before. So
I love that you're watching it because it seems to be a yearly argument on Facebook. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? And I absolutely think it is. So yes.
100%.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I will watch 1 and 2. You know, I will watch both Die Hard and Die Hard 2.
Well, there you go.
I have Muppets Christmas Carol while I put the tree up. Then I have Die Hard for Christmas Eve. And then when I take the tree down in the new year, I watch the Vienna concert while I take the tree down.
Do you know what?
Those are my little traditions.
I haven't watched a single Christmas movie yet.
Oh. I watched a terrible one on Prime. And Michelle Pfeiffer in. I can't believe she did that film. It was awful. It was a really, really bad film. But yeah, I haven't watched loads this year. And normally, like, I like October. I watch all my horror movies during October up to Halloween. And then once we click over into December, I'm like, right now I watch my Christmas movies. But yeah, I haven't watched that many this year. I haven't felt like something. Despite all of this, haven't felt like I've quite got into the Christmas thing yet.
It doesn't feel, the weather doesn't feel Christmassy, does it? Yeah, and I've had a little look at the forecast, and I think the week after Christmas we're getting a bit of frost and some sleet, and it'll suddenly feel Christmassy. Yes. But then it's January. I love it when we have snow or lots of heavy frost on the run up to Christmas. It just feels incredibly festive, doesn't it? But no, not yet. So I'm with you there. It doesn't feel like Christmas. It feels like we're perpetually in November.
Yeah. I think because I'm still at work as well. So I'm not finishing till Christmas Eve, although there's not a lot going on at this time of year. But yes, I'm sure it will creep up on me. This is helping, Claire. Cheers.
Excellent. Cheers. Do you have any snacks to go with that treat?
I do have some snacks. And you know what? I put my snack in my little new freebie mug. So I've got some Crispies in there. This was full when I started. We spent so much time getting our hats right and things that there are less crisp. Also, I thought you won't let me munch these while we're recording because Michael will pick it up.
I have a mince pie. I do.
Now, I would have bet you didn't like mince pies, Claire.
Oh, no, I love mince pies.
Well,
I do.
I have a sweet thing too. I have these. You can buy them in Aldi, and I think Lidl has a version as well. They're like Jaffa cakes, but they're accidentally vegan. So every year I grab as many bags of these as I can and then eat them all instantly because they're too Moorish.
They are
so
nice.
They never last really beyond Christmas. I do have another mug to show. So although I have got some tea here when I've finished my tequila, but this mug I really wanted to show because this mug is, we think, 35 years old.
Wow.
And not broken. Wow. Can you believe I have a mug that is not broken? And
I feel like you should give it back to its rightful owner very quickly.
Well, it is mine. So Mom bought me and my sister one of these, probably when we were sort of maybe just teenagers. And one of them did get broken. But I think this one is mine, the one that's remaining. But it lives at Mom's house because it has to be taken care of. So it's on loan so that I could show it on Sow Chatty. And then it has to go back. So I'm being so careful with it. I was saying to you just before we came online, I feel like everything at the moment, I'm just so clumsy anyway. And that's been like upped. And yeah, I'm just really scared that I might break it. And I'll get told off by my mom.
Do not break it.
Don't break it. So you said you'd been doing your wrapping today, Claire. What about Christmas dinner? Because Christmas dinner is the thing that for us veg growers is probably the focus. Do you tend to prep in advance of Christmas dinner or do you do it all on the day?
I prep the veggies the day before, generally speaking, and like the night before, so they're on the stove in pans. I don't cook them in saucepans. I do tend to put them in the Instant Pot so that, because my daughter comes in the morning but doesn't stay for dinner. So I don't want to be standing watching things simmering because she goes only about half an hour before dinner starts. So I like to be able to shove things in the Instant Pot so I can actually spend that time with her. Otherwise, I'm just in the kitchen. So I do prep them the day before. But yeah, I cook it on Christmas Day because a lot of people cook things Christmas Eve, don't they, to make Christmas Day even easier. And I have done that in the past, but there's something so nice about smelling the Christmas dinner cooking actually on Christmas Day. So yeah, I don't do it in that much in advance. It's just prepping the veggies.
Yeah. Did I recall that you had done some parsnips in advance and frozen them?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, I thought you had. Will you be using those or will you have fresh parsnips, do you think?
Yeah, I will parboil them and then I'll put honey on them and I generally freeze them and just cook them straight from the freezer.
People are a bit funny with potatoes, aren't they? Because like I would peel potatoes the night before and put them in a bowl of water and just leave them there. But some people are a bit cautious about that. Like it's going to, I don't know, make them soggy.
Well, I'll do that, but then I will obviously change the water for when I'm cooking them because obviously the starch leaches out overnight, doesn't it? But I mean, I wouldn't do them early in the morning on Christmas Eve. They've got to be done sort of Christmas Eve evening.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah. I guess it's the balance and how many people you're cooking for us and stuff.
Absolutely.
Because, the dinner that I will cook will just be for me and Liam. So it's only small portions. So I can do that all as I'm, just getting ready to cook then.
I've got 9. Got 9 for Christmas dinner.
Is that usual for you? Have a big
Pretty much. Now
dinner?
The children are older, yes. I mean, I have done in the past where I've cooked for my parents as well and my sister and nieces. And obviously Hannah isn't staying for Christmas dinner. So, yeah, it's only 9. But we fit around the table okay, so that's all right.
When I was a kid, we always had Christmas dinners at my aunt's house, so with cousin Becky. And it would be like, I don't know, 13 or more of us for that dinner. And you'd have a kids' table and an adults' table and stuff like that. But we loved Christmas Day because we got to spend it with our cousins. And like Becky's been my best friend my whole life. And so I got to spend Christmas Day with my best friend. And in fact, we loved Christmas so much, we would do it twice.
Oh.
We would have a second Christmas in May.
Oh.
So we'd have a big Christmas dinner. We'd have crackers and stuff. So we'd save them from Christmas. We'd buy extra and we'd play Christmas music. We even did presents, little table gifts for each other. For quite a few years before everybody started having their own kids. So you had another generation that made it a bit too difficult to manage. But until we were like well into our 20s, maybe even our 30s, we were still having 2 Christmases a year.
I love that.
I know. It's so weird now, though, that I'm with somebody who doesn't really like Christmas. Liam's not a big Christmas person at all. So,
right.
Yeah. The irony being that he's having a Christmas at his dad's, then his mum's, and then with me. So for somebody who doesn't really like Christmas, he's got 3 Christmases to do every year.
He's doing well. He's doing well. I mean, when I was little, we used to have Christmas dinner at my nan and granddad's house, and that's my mum's parents' house. My mum's an only child, and then my dad, they're from London, really, so all his family was in London, so there was only ever me and my sister. We didn't really have lots of family. It was quiet, but it was nice because everything tastes better at your nan and granddad's house. I always used to say that, like, why does bread and butter taste so much better at nan's house? Then I realised as I got older that it was because it really was bread and butter. Nan made her own bread or bought really nice butter. Uncut bread and it was real butter where we had Vitalite.
Would you have homegrown veggies on Christmas dinner? Was that something?
No, not growing up.
No, I don't imagine that we did either. I can't.
Not that I remember.
Yeah, I think my aunt had an allotment, but that would have been before they all had kids and stuff. So I don't think we had homegrown veggies. Do you think there's something about having homegrown veggies on your Christmas dinner?
I think there is for everybody, but especially for us. But I feel that for every meal to know that it's your homegrown thing. But Christmas is a time to actually present that cooking and that vegetables to your family, isn't it? It's almost like this is what I've been doing all year when I've not been seeing you. Here are the fruits of my labour. I do like having them, and the children do eat them. I feel like that they eat more vegetables Christmas Day because they don't dare leave them because they know I've grown them.
So when you're serving the dinner, do you tell them everything that has been homegrown? Do they get a running commentary?
I like to tell them. Generally speaking, it's Duncan going, "What's this? What's that? What's this?" So
You'd
I
think
do
he'd know
like to
by
tell them.
now.
No, he just eats it and goes, "Oh, what was that? That was something different." But I don't say too much to the grandchildren because one of them is a complete not a foodie. So the youngest one, she'll eat everything and anything. The oldest one will probably not eat Christmas dinner. She's going to want some chicken nuggets and fries. She's terrible. She won't eat vegetables. So I don't say too much to her. But no, Molly, the little one, she'll eat anything. But yeah, I do like to tell them. And if they will ask, like obviously there's certain things on the plate that wouldn't be normal for a Christmas dinner. And so they will ask what they are. And yeah, they tend to eat them.
Well, that leads us neatly into what's hot on our Christmas dinner. I mean, hopefully the whole dinner will be hot.
Yeah, no one wants it cold.
But what are the stars of your Christmas dinner from the garden then? Or, what are the staples that are going to appear on your Christmas dinner? And then we'll look at the more unusual things that might appear.
Well, there's always got to be the carrots. So it's carrots and parsnips and homegrown potatoes will always appear on the plate. And then, we move on to other things afterwards. But that's non-negotiable.
Yeah, carrots, parsnips. I love parsnips. I love parsnips. And I think parsnips are such a staple of the Christmas
But how
dinner.
do you eat yours? Because I love honey roast parsnips. And obviously you can't have honey. So will you put medlar butter on yours?
Well, I could put honey on my parsnips because I have my homemade medlar honey. I still have some left from last year. But honestly, I think parsnips are sweet enough. And I mean, that's one of the great things about parsnips and Brussels and kale is when they've had the frost and you got to end of December, you know that they're going to be that much sweeter, don't you? So I don't feel the need to necessarily. In fact, what I probably do is just put some garlic oil on. So there'll be garlic oil on all my veg. But yeah, and I tend to do the carrots and the parsnips kind of together. Anyway, you don't put honey on the carrots as well, do you?
No, I don't roast the vegetables for Christmas dinner apart from the parsnips.
I do. Oh,
yeah, no, the family won't eat them.
Vegetables. Oh, really? That's the nicest way to eat a vegetable.
It is. I love them roasted, but I also find that I don't have room in the oven to do that either. So that's the main reason.
The one thing I probably go a little bit further with veg than I normally would is the Brussels sprouts. So I will tend to just cook those till al dente. And then I'll pan fry with a little bit of like truffle oil, the chestnuts. I've got my own chestnuts that I foraged earlier in the year. So that's really nice. And because Liam and I did that together, it's nice to add those in. And I would use a little bit of like vegan chorizo or bacon bits that you can buy just to mix those through it as well. So I take it up a notch when it comes to the Brussels sprouts.
That's pretty much how we have sprouts in our house as well. And a bit of cheese in there as well. Duncan likes a bit of cheese with. I don't know why, but he likes a bit of cheese in with them too. Yeah.
We'll have to see in the live chat if other people do that. It might just be a thing we're unaware of. Okay.
Duncan would have cheese with everything, to be honest. So what could make this better? Cheese.
What about your potatoes? Are you a mash, roast, boiled, everything?
Generally speaking, I do roasties, but I also have mash for Christmas dinner. And I find that so much easier because I can get that done, get it mashed, and then put it in a dish in the bottom of the oven to keep warm. And I feel like they stay a nice colour and they don't dry out or anything, and it just it stays nice. So yeah, that's what I do.
What variety are you using for your mash?
This year it's a new variety to me that I've harvested this time, and that's Cara.
Oh, okay. Have you tried it mashed? Do you know it's going to mash well?
No, I feel like I need to have a go at the weekend because I do have plenty. Otherwise, I mean, the other potatoes that I have are Charlottes, and I do mash those. I know that they're a new potato.
I've never mashed a Charlotte. Yeah.
Well, they're so big that you can't just eat them as boiled potatoes. So they've grown on that long that they're not really a new potato anymore, are they? So I have done Charlottes and Sarpomira in the past, but the bucket that I picked up to harvest this time was actually a Cara. So that's what we have.
Okay. Yeah. I grew King Edwards this year, and you had warned me that they were not a good masher because they go watery when you boil. And I have experienced this now, and you are completely right, Claire. Should have listened to you. They're no good. I don't know. Even when I've parboiled to then roast, they haven't been great. So I think I've just got to, really just like flash steam them and then put them, or just roast from raw perhaps, and see how they go. But I certainly won't be mashing those ones. I'm always a bit like, boiled potatoes for me are the most boring kind of potato, but they are the Christmas. If you are growing Christmas potatoes, that's what they'll be because they're an early potato.
Yeah.
And I've got Charlotte stored.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I want them as just a boiled potato on Christmas dinner.
If I feel like I don't have enough potatoes, then we go off the mash and we just have them boiled, because you don't need as many potatoes if you just put in a few potatoes boiled on a plate. But the end goal, generally speaking, is to have them mashed.
And you haven't done Christmas potatoes, have you?
No. You know I don't do Christmas potatoes,
I've set you up for this one, really.
You have. Where is my Christmas soapbox?
Christmas... You are not a fan of the Christmas potato, are you?
I'm a fan of the idea of them, and I think it's a lovely idea, but it's a gimmick, isn't it, by the sellers to get people to buy more things, and it leads, generally speaking, to disappointment because they don't grow. They don't grow as big. You are susceptible to the frost if you haven't got them in early enough, and blight, obviously. So no, my Christmas potatoes are sown or planted in April along with all of my other potatoes. They grow as normal over summer, and all I do is store them in their buckets, which is why I will still do potatoes in buckets for Christmas potatoes, and they are stored in their buckets and they are harvested as and when needed over winter. So these are April grown or April planted ones. Yeah.
And I've done the same thing. I have, because I did Christmas potatoes the year before, I think, and they got blight. It was a really terrible year for blight, that wet year. So, and after that, I thought there's no point in this. And I still had tons of potatoes from the summer, so I had no need for them anyway. So I will join you on your Christmas potato soapbox.
Good. And you're still harvesting potatoes for Christmas.
Yes,
they don't have to be freshly grown. Yeah. You're still harvesting.
You can still tip out the bucket.
Yeah, and actually, the ones that I've harvested are main crop potatoes, but because I've literally just tipping them out now, I know that they'll still have soft skins because they won't have cured at all. So it's not as though they've cured in the buckets. They won't have done. So they will be as fresh as if they had just been freshly grown and freshly finished. So do your potatoes at the normal time.
Well, talking about fresh veg, straight from the plot to the plate, what about cabbages and sort of leafy greens? No cabbage on your Christmas dinner?
No. I mean, I have cabbage, but it's in the freezer. It's not fresh from the plot. So I can have it.
Red cabbage?
I have both. Yeah. So red cabbage is the one. Duncan likes it braised. So I will have red cabbage probably for him. But I probably won't do cabbage for me because I only really like white cabbage, and I probably won't bother putting another thing in the pan just for me.
Having said that, I do like a coleslaw on Christmas night because I like to have a sandwich before bed with whatever it is that I've cooked for Christmas dinner, and I like coleslaw on that. So I would have white cabbage to make my coleslaw. But I guess with like a green cabbage, because you're tend to have sprouts, that feels like a double up to me to have sprouts and cabbage. But red cabbage, and I do it braised as well. And I only really do red cabbage at Christmas, and I use mulled wine. So I braise it with mulled wine, and it is delicious. And chop pear into it as well.
Oh, nice.
And fennel seeds. Yeah, it's I think it's a Jamie Oliver recipe, but I added the mulled wine. That's a bit myself. But so that's a special thing, and I think that's the thing with like sprouts and red braised cabbage and things. They're like just for Christmas dinner. They're the things that distinguish it from other Sunday dinners that you might have during the year.
Definitely.
So what about your sprouts? Because in our community page, we've been hearing some horror stories of the sprouts, but how are yours looking?
Not very good. I don't know that they're going to make the dinner. So no, they just haven't really grown. They've been really affected by the whitefly, and I have harvested some of them, but they are very small still. And by the time you've peeled a few of the outer leaves off them,
Yeah.
because they're just so full of that black stuff, it's hard to get it off them. And they're just like peas, basically. They're about the size of a marifat pea when you're finished with them. So I don't know, Kerry. I don't think we'll be having our own sprouts on Christmas Day. I
Oh,
think
no.
I think those will have to be bought, unfortunately.
I have noticed that mine have started to blow.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And the Ruby Crunch ones that you gave me have stayed very small, but I'm hopeful that they haven't blown yet. So I'm hopeful maybe those will be okay for Christmas dinner. And I have got some that look all right, but they will be small.
Yeah.
But they will be my own. And I feel like, and because there's, again, only 2 of us to eat our Christmas dinner, it isn't like I've got to feed 11 people.
They may be okay, but I'm going to have a backup just in case. But
yes, that's a good idea.
My red ones are fine as well, the Ruby Crunch. Well, I'm saying they are they affected by the whitefly, or is it just because I can't see them because of the colour of them?
Yeah.
I know, and I'm a bit worried, so yeah, that's
I
my
know the
problem.
leaves on mine were.
Yeah, well, yeah, mine were too. And I think that's the only issue I have with homegrown food with the family, is that if they see something on it that looks a bit funny, then they're not going to eat the rest of the vegetables because they think everything's going to be affected. So I don't like to put anything in that I feel maybe slightly dodgy or might have a bit of a bug on it, because I know that the family then will be, no, thank you. So because I'm not sure, they may stay off the Christmas dinner plate for the family. But we usually, like, you go and have yours a second one in May. We have a second Christmas dinner on New Year's Day. So it's only a week later, and it's usually just me, Duncan and Isabel for that. But we sort of prepare everything again, sort of clear everything away, clean the Christmas trees away, and we start the new year with a meal together. So they'll probably come out for that meal instead, to be fair.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We always have Bubble and Squeak on Boxing Day. So any rough veg can go into the Bubble and Squeak.
Sounds a plan.
So there are kind of staples for the Christmas dinner there. So you've got your potatoes, you've got your carrots, parsnips, sprouts, cabbage. What about more unusual things that you might be putting on the Christmas dinner?
Well, I feel like I talk about this one every week, Kerry, or have done for the last few weeks, but celeriac mash. That is making the Christmas dinner this year. It didn't last year. So, this year I have pre-made some celeriac mash, actually, that is in the freezer. So I might actually get some out and heat that through for definitely me, Duncan and Isabel. We all like it, and see if the others will like that as well. So
is that pure celeriac?
No, I do mix it with potato.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it is. It just gives it a bit more. It goes a bit. I find it doesn't hold enough consistency unless it has a little bit of potato to mash in with it. So yeah, that's what we'll be having, and that's what I'll prefer. I probably won't have just potatoes. I'll have celeriac mash with mine because it's divine. And then obviously, the other thing I have was harvested in the video this week, and that is oca. So oca makes Christmas dinner, and it made Christmas dinner last
they look
year.
Beautiful.
They are lovely, aren't they? They are lovely. So the white ones
Very
have done
nice
really
size.
well. Yeah, I'm so pleased with those. And when I started harvesting, I got lots of little teeny tiny peas. And then I got these white ones, and they were just amazing. But the red ones, they're tiny. Look, that's about the biggest I have. And I have a few, teeny ones here. But I just roast those as they are. And everyone ate them last year. But last year, the only oca that I had all went on the Christmas dinner. I didn't have any spare after that, apart from what I kept for seed tubers. So yeah, it's quite nice that we've got a little bit extra this year. But yeah, they're going on the dinner plates. What about you? Are you going to harvest yours?
I don't know. I did last year, and we had oca on dinner last year, but I haven't even had a root around really with the oca beds yet. I have found the mashua, so I know that has grown and is in there. I don't know what mashua would be like on Christmas Day. I'm not even sure what I'm doing with this mashua yet. But I think I will probably harvest some. You were saying though that there's some damage to your ones, so maybe I am better to harvest them sooner rather than later now.
I didn't bring lots down actually, but like if you see it, this little one here,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
slug damage on the Okatuber. And I've got quite a lot that have got slug damage on them. I mean, the good thing is these can be used for seed tubers. So if you give these to people to use,
Yeah.
they're actually okay. But yeah, there's a lot of slug damage because it's gone so wet. So I personally would say to you and anyone else that's growing Oka, I think now you should be harvesting them. I think you're just going to get more damage if you don't.
I like to push it as long as I can because I
Yeah.
know they do get bigger because they're still being fed through the roots. And there's some that I missed one year, and then I don't think I harvested them until like way into January, and they were such good sized tubers, and it made me think, oh yeah, wait as long as you can. But obviously you don't want to lose the crop to slugs. And I did have quite a bit of damage on tubers last year as well. Speaking of the tubers then, what about your Jerusalem artichokes?
I'm not
Do they go
getting
to
those
Christmas
out.
dinner?
No.
No?
I think that
No.
might be a step too far.
Yeah, I think so too. I will probably do some artichokes and Leon will probably leave them. But I'll still do them. I might do that because I've said before, I like to do them dauphinois. So I might do that for Christmas Day. Do you do any kind of squash on your Christmas dinner?
No.
No. I might do a butternut squash or some kind of squash soup for like a starter. Although
We
I
don't
tend to fill
have them.
myself up.
Yeah, well, that's it. We don't have a starter. I have done that before when my parents used to come. We did starters one year, and I mean, it just added to the stress, to be fair, because then you've got to keep the dinner ready to serve straight away. I don't know how chefs and staff do it in restaurants. I could never do that for a job, and because I really struggled to keep everything warm. Someone had let me have a hostess trolley to use, and it did work, but I still found that I couldn't fit enough on it. It was a huge thing, but I couldn't fit enough things on it to actually keep everything warm enough for the next course. So no, we don't have a starter anymore. We don't.
That's what my aunt had when she was feeding all these kids and family. She had the hostess trolley and she used that. So it always got wheeled out at Christmas and second Christmas.
Yeah.
No, because usually Liam and I have dinner in the evening, we'll go for a walk in the day. So we tend to take a pack up. So our actual Christmas lunch is usually a picnic sat in the cold grass somewhere. But I could do a butternut squash soup to take, and that
in
would
a
keep us warm.
flask.
So,
Lovely.
yes, could do that. What about beetroot? Do you have beetroot on Christmas dinner?
No.
See, I might do that because I do the roasted veg. You can throw anything in and like hide it in there, can't you? So I can put the artichokes and beetroot in. I was wondering, will the mangel wurzel make an appearance at Christmas dinner?
I think it needs to.
Maybe. I'll have a think about that. And the only other one I wanted to ask you about was root parsley. Would you put the root parsley in?
Probably not, because I don't need it, and I quite like it, and I just think I'll have that to myself. So probably not. No.
Is there anything I've missed that's unusual that you might put on your Christmas dinner?
No. We're very bland eaters in our house. Oh, apart from we do go a little bit rebel, so we will be having Yorkshire puddings on our Christmas dinner.
You put that on the community page, and I didn't really know that was rebel because we have always had Yorkie puds with Christmas dinner. Yeah. So it's very hard to make vegan Yorkie puds. They are the holy grail of vegan cookery. And if you can make a good vegan Yorkie pud, well, you're a master at the art. We have not triumphed in that area yet. So I think my sister managed to find some like frozen ready-made ones that we've had before. We do tend to have a go, and even if they're a little bit flat and stodgy, we don't care. No. It still tastes good. I was going to mention, because I thought people might be wondering what I would be having as a main course.
Absolutely.
As a vegan. And that's where the squash might also come in, because I haven't decided yet what I'm going to make. Sometimes I do a seitan. So I'll make like a fake meat out of gluten, vital gluten. And I don't think I'm going to bother with that this year because it makes a really big piece, and as I said, it's just me and Liam I'm cooking for. So I might do something that's like a bit of a Wellington or something like that. I've done nut roasts in the past. Liam isn't a massive fan of nut roast, so I'd probably do something with pastry, squash, chestnuts, mushrooms.
You could have celeriac
like
steak.
Could do that. Yeah.
I don't
Mum was
quite know
making
how you
cauliflower
do it.
steaks today.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. She had a big cauliflower, so she cut thick slices. She just steamed them lightly, and then she was going to cover them in harissa paste and bake them like that. So yeah, could do that. So, but again, just because it's just the two of us, it's not that big a deal. Like we'll just have what we fancy.
Yeah.
You know? So it might just be something from the freezer. Do you bake a dessert as well? And would you use fruit from your garden for your dessert? Would you do an apple crumble or something like that?
No. So
No.
every year I buy desserts, and most of the years the family that come don't want anything else to eat, so they usually turn their nose up at dessert. So it gets wasted, because I buy different options so that they have, like we are at the cafe of Claire. And so they have options, but they don't tend to eat it. So I tend to just keep a bit of ice cream in the freezer if the kids want ice cream. I think Duncan has ordered something that's a white chocolate and raspberry, like a snowflake dessert. But only I like Christmas pudding. I mean, I love Christmas pudding and brandy sauce, but it'll only be me if it eats that. So I tend not to bother getting one now. But what I do make, though, but it is more at tea time, is I always make a trifle, just like Nanny used to make, Nanny Georgie. And so I do make my own trifle, and everybody loves my own trifle. But we only have it for tea time, and generally the family have all gone then, so we don't have to share the trifle with anybody.
And do you put any of your homegrown fruits in there? Have you got berries in the freezer that you would put in?
I won't do, because I make it to Nan's traditional recipe. So it's a jam Swiss roll, not a jam and cream, a jam Swiss roll at the bottom in the jelly. And then it's always a tin of fruit cocktail. So it has to be a tin of fruit cocktail. So I put the tin of fruit cocktail on the top, and then it's a strawberry blancmange, and then it's the cream and hundreds and thousands of sprinkles, they just call them now, don't they, on the top of that. So I would make it with some of my own fruit from the garden, but it has to be Nan's recipe. It's almost like just that keeps Nan's memory with us, that we have Nan's trifle. So that's what we have.
And did Nan put sherry in the trifle? No. Oh, okay.
Now, Nan drank. Nan would drink a sherry.
Trifles would blow your head off.
Yeah, no, Nan would always have a sherry, but no, she never put it in the trifle. But I guess that's because the rest of the family didn't drink. Now, my father-in-law, Wallace, he used to like his trifle very differently. So he'd have custard in it. Well, he just wanted sponge at the bottom, soaked in a juice. Then he'd have I used to put jelly in it because I just couldn't do his recipe. But then he'd have custard and then the cream. And then Mary would do him. So she'd make a jelly and then she'd chop it up and she'd put it around the edge of the bowl around the cream on the top. It's like, what? So no.
I've never heard of that before.
I did not do that. No.
Well, I do make a Christmas cake each year, but I don't know that there's anything you would put in a Christmas cake that you'd homegrown. Although I did think this year, because I made the medlar butter, that I might put some medlar butter in the mix as well and see how that goes. But I do like it. Well, Liam really likes Christmas cake. He likes it because he works during the festive period. So takes a slice of Christmas cake to work each day. And that makes the day go a little bit quicker, I guess.
I love Christmas cake. I love that. What's the favourite bit? It's the marzipan for me.
Yeah.
And I like it with the old-fashioned proper hard icing, not the rolled out. Is it royal icing they call the roll-out stuff? I don't like that. Nan used to be a really good cake maker, so she used to have the real proper hard icing. But I love Christmas cake. But again, it's only me. So if I buy a Christmas cake, I'm eating it all. And then, then I can't face it for another 12 months.
Yeah.
So no Christmas cake this year.
Okay. Now, what's not going to be on your Christmas dinner then? So we've done our hot, now's our not. So sprouts was one. What about broccoli and cauliflower?
No. Again, I like them, but the family don't. So they mainly only eat peas and carrots. But I mean, they're not even that fond of peas. So I just stick with the carrots and the parsnips because they're going to eat them. I'm sorry, but they are also going to eat pigs in blankets. They do like them. So they'd rather have more of them than the turkey.
But you didn't grow those.
I didn't grow those, no.
Did have peas on my list. So are these your peas from the freezer?
Yes. Yeah, I do have some. And I've said, because I didn't get many, I've saved them for Christmas dinner. And it's literally a couple of mouthfuls. But I've still got some from last year. I've saved them. I've been using bought garden peas so that I could save my garden peas for Christmas dinner. I mean, how ridiculous is that?
But that's what we do. Yeah.
It is.
Because it's special. It makes it special. You know what I had on my list? Cowboy candy. Can I get cowboy candy onto Christmas dinner? Because I've been eating it with like absolutely everything. I think that might be a step too far, and I might not have cowboy candy on my Christmas dinner.
I think the only way you're
going
to do
it
is
on my sandwich, though. Later
I was just going to say either a sandwich or if you do some kind of vegan version of a cheese board afterwards. But actually, I've just remembered that I have forgotten one vegetable, swede. So I do carrot and swede.
Oh, yes. I had a look on the plot today if I have any swede. And I do, Claire. It's about the size of my thumb.
Oh.
So I don't think that's going to be on my Christmas dinner either. I thought you were going to say leeks because we hadn't mentioned leeks. Do you have leeks?
They don't go on the Christmas dinner. What I do, though, over Christmas time, Isabel loves leek and potato soup. I was going to say pie.
Oh, yeah.
Leek and potato soup. So I will make that for the Christmas period, but it won't be Christmas Day.
Okay. Well, we should go on to our daft things. Okay. So I do have a daft thing of the week because if people have seen my video, what I was saying at the beginning about my head just not being in gear, you will have seen that I marched off down the allotment site, out of the gate, and it was only when I got out of the gate I realised I hadn't actually took my dog with me, Claire. Left her on the plot. Abandoned.
It was so funny. I loved how she was just standing there.
Yeah. I know. She's like, well, you've not hooked me up, so I'm not going anywhere.
But the funny thing was, and I noticed in the comments as well, was that we could all tell that you hadn't got the dog with you. It was obvious.
You could see my shadow as well.
Yeah.
When I looked back editing, you could see the shadow and that there was no dog there.
You could tell by how the strap was sitting across your shoulder as well that you didn't actually have Dory with you. That did make me laugh. And do you know why it made me laugh? Because it reminded me of a story that I can tell this now because child protection are not coming for me. So when I'd first had Hannah, bearing in mind Hannah is 28. She was 28 the other day. So she was born exactly a week before Christmas. And she was a very newborn baby. I think the children had just gone back to school in the January. And they'd had bunk beds. And this big surprise was getting the boys their bunk beds sorted while they were at school. So I'd got Hannah, as she was at the time, in her little car seat, ready to go to school when I'd just finished. I put her in the car seat because I'd just fed her and I'm going to make these beds because the beds had all been built up and I was going to make the beds. And then it took a lot longer than I anticipated, Kerry. And then I made a mad dash for the school to pick the boys up because, oh my God, I'm going to be late. And then when I got out of the car, I realised Hannah was still in her car seat in the boys' bedroom.
Oh,
I'd forgotten to take her to school. I'd rushed out in a panic. So, yeah. So then I got out of the car and when I went to get the car seat out, there was no baby in the car. So then there was this momentous meltdown and tears. And someone had to bring the boys home for me because I had to run home and admit what I'd done.
Aww.
So, yeah. So I can go one step further. I also forgot my baby, but my baby doesn't have 4 legs.
Well, talking about a baby called Hannah, Hannah is cousin Becky's daughter. And her husband and I went to a garden centre once when she was a tiny little baby and she was in the car seat in the back. And we'd gone around the garden centre and we got back in the car and we're driving along home and realised that neither one of us had strapped her in. She was just lolling about in that car seat in the back. And we pulled over and strapped her in and everything. And then we were like, we will never, never tell Becky that this happened.
Becky, look away now.
Well, like you, I feel enough time has passed. We can safely get away with that.
Has it really? Is there ever enough time that's passed?
The things we do. No.
I know.
What about Christmas itself? Do you have any kind of daft traditions or anything around Christmas?
Not really. I don't think we're overly traditional from that point of view. I mean, you have to remember that Christmas Day is a working day for us. You know, farms don't stop for Christmas. So there's no real massive traditions for us at all. Nothing at all. What about you? What's your big tradition? You must have one.
Oh, it's full of tradition. Like it's like, when I first get up in the morning, I watch the snowman. That's like my traditions all sound like they're around TV. I'm so British. But there is a little bit of a daft thing though, because our families are a little bit complicated and things. And I think in the 12 or 13 Christmases that Liam and I have had together, we've probably only actually spent 2 together. So as I said, this year he's going to his mum's, then he's going to his dad's, and then he's going to have a Christmas with me. So I'm going to be at my sister's. And so we're a few years now, my sister has hosted me and my mom and Dory. And so we always try and bring things. So we try and like cook things and we want to be helpful, you know, and she hates it. She doesn't want anything from us. And last year she started this thing, which was like, every time we said like, well, I can bring the parsnips or I can bring this or I'll do the gravy. And she would be like, that's lovely. Thank you. But we're fine. And I can't tell you how many times I heard that last year leading up to Christmas. But this year she's gone for a different tactic. So the first time I said, oh, I can dig up some parsnips and bring them for Christmas dinner. She said, no, we're having an M&S Christmas. You can have your dirt Christmas with Liam. So there will actually be no homegrown food whatsoever on my Christmas day, Christmas dinner. It will be a wholly Marks and Spencer's affair. So Mark, my brother-in-law, he works for Marks and Spencer's. That's why. And yes, well, my dirty veg is going to be taken to Liam's, and I can have my dirt Christmas with him.
Because I think you've said before,
it now.
They don't eat a lot of their own vegetables, do they? Mark loves the growing.
Mark loves to grow. He loves to do the growing. He loves the allotment space and the structures and all of that sort of thing. He likes building things. But most of the food that he grows, Mum and I tend to eat. So there's a big pallet of onions in the greenhouse mansion at the moment that Mum just keeps like helping herself from and stuff like that. But I think that's fine. It's like, it's what you get your joy from, isn't it? And if the eating of the food isn't really your kind of biggest thing.
Is it the eating or is it the processing? Because the processing is a bit of it's a chore, isn't it? It can be a chore, especially if you've harvested a lot of things all at once.
Yeah. And I don't want to, there are certain things like he's grown this lovely mustard this year and he's been harvesting a lot of that and having that for sandwiches and things. But yeah, they have a very neat and tidy and clean house. And when you bring in lots of muddy vegetables in to prep, doesn't quite go together. So. but they had loads of the tomatoes and sort of things like that. And I think he did harvest a good deal of potatoes this year, and they have been using those. So maybe there'll be homegrown potatoes this year. I don't think there will. I think it's ready-made mash. But it always tastes delicious, and we are super grateful that she hosts us. And this year is extra exciting because of the puppy. So we got Christmas with 2 doggies this year. So it should be very interesting to have both Dory and Olive for Christmas dinner this year.
How exciting.
I thought, Claire, for our daft thing, we should also tell a Christmas joke, a cracker joke.
Well, I have a Christmas cracker here. And I haven't pulled it yet, though. So I do have a joke in here. So I think we need to try and give this cracker a pull.
Okay.
Are you going to get the other end?
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Steady. Go.
Well, surprise, I won.
Claire, you won. But you need to find the joke.
I don't think there is a joke. Wait a minute.
Oh my God, it's a massive piece of paper as well.
Well, it was stuck on the inside. You know what I'm looking for now, don't you, Kerry?
Your glasses. Yeah.
I am. I have glasses. Here we go. So let's see if we get... Is it a joke or is it trivia? Tell a joke. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
What's a lion's favourite Christmas carol?
Oh, it's got to be something with roar. No, go on.
Jungle Bells.
Oh.
There's also a
So
super
it's very,
fact
very
here.
specific for the lion. Go on then.
There's a super fact here for you that might be
Okay.
interesting for anybody that has cats out there. Super fact, cats cannot taste anything that is sweet.
Oh.
What a miserable existence. I do not want to come back as a cat.
I always find it interesting that birds don't taste spice. Like you can
Don't
give
they?
No, you can give like really hot spices to birds and they can't taste
Interesting.
spice.
Come on,
I don't
then.
have a cracker, but I trawled through vegetable-based jokes for Christmas, and most of them are awful, but I did quite like this one. What cover crop do they use at the North Pole?
I don't know, Kerry. What cover crop do they use at the North Pole?
Alfalfa.
Oh, no. That's a groan-worthy one.
I thought that was very in keeping, though. We've done a whole episode on cover crops and green manures, so...
I think that is very good. You really thought about this one.
Right then, our show and tell, Claire. So I thought for our show and tell this week, we should look at how well our crops have been storing from the summer. Okay, so I thought potatoes, onions, garlic, and anything else that you might be storing. So I've been and got mine.
What have you got there?
I've got, shall I go first then? Okay.
Yes.
Got my garlic,
Oh,
which is all looking fabulous.
wow,
Even though
that
Mum
does look
said
brilliant.
one of the ones that I gave her, no, they all feel lovely and firm. I don't know what she was talking about. She says, I need more garlic. I had to throw half of the other one away because it had gone mouldy. And I was like, oh, well, maybe I need to store them somewhere different. But they all look fine. So I'm going to say it's her fault.
Well, I've given a lot of garlic away this year and I have processed quite a lot of it into garlic butter so that I could just deal with it. Because, I don't like the smell of it. So I could deal with it all on one day, get it out of the way and put it in the freezer. But I do have one bulb that I have brought. I mean, I'm sure I've probably got another couple somewhere, but I brought this one down. And this will be the Provence white.
Oh, okay.
So it's doing okay. And I mean, I've done nothing to it. I've literally just pulled the top off it. I haven't washed it or anything.
But you've stored some as well for next year's seed.
Well, they're in the ground already.
Oh, yeah.
No, Kerry, some of us plant ours so early that it's already done and they're in the ground.
I guess that's what I'm thinking because I've been carrying it around with me so long. But mine is actually now in the ground. So,
it is?
Yes. Sorry.
It's okay.
This is all I have for onions. That's
Yeah,
all I have left.
So I do have a few.
They're good though, they're firm.
Yeah, these are firm. And these again, I've literally just pulled the tops off them to bring them in here. So I've stored them just as they were.
Look nice.
So, I mean, these were supposed to be giant onions and that's as big as mine got this year, but they are nice and firm. So I have a big basket full of these still at home. And I need, in the house and I need to sort them out. But I haven't taken any of the outer layers off.
No,
I've just left them exactly as they were. Yeah. And then potatoes, I have to say a lot of my potatoes that were harvested in summer have actually started spritting a little bit because it's been quite warm in the house. So the only potatoes I brought here, I mean, I can still use them, but the ones that I've brought down because I felt that it was timely, these are the ones that harvested on camera, some of the caras that harvested on camera.
Oh, look at the size of that.
I know. And I thought that, if anyone's seen the video, these were a really good harvest from a bucket, one single bucket. It would have had 3 seed potatoes in it. And I thought that they'd done really well. So I did wash them. I wouldn't normally wash potatoes when I'm storing them, but they've been washed so that they can just go in the fridge ready for Christmas Day. Now, I would not normally put potatoes in the fridge either, but I noticed that Maya at Spuds and Roses does. And I thought, because I'm going to wash them, I'll try that. So that's what I've done.
Liam puts his spuds in the fridge and... yeah, I never put
No, I
spuds in
never
the fridge.
have before.
Well, these are my Charlottes, and this is one shoebox of 3, I think, that I've still got, and they have started sprouting. I had a little sneaky peek, so oh my goodness, sorry, all sprouts, but look at the size of that one. The potato, not sprout.
Mammoth, yeah,
but
they're beautiful
you just
potatoes.
rub that off,
oh yeah,
and it's fine. Absolutely fine. So, but yeah, you can see I didn't clean mine. Oh, that one's a little bit green. But I've just cut that bit off. Oh, look at the size of that one, Claire. Whoa.
That's a strange potato.
This is quite a strange shape one.
You will say no more about that one.
I'll put that away.
Yeah, best done. I mean, actually, I'm going to go through mine and start putting some on the windowsill because we're not far away from chitting potato time. So considering they've started, I'll be doing the same as you. I'll be taking those chitted, sprouted bits off and I'll be putting them on the windowsills. But
well, these are all still eaters for me, but I have got a box that were the smaller green ones that are ready for chitting for seed potato for next year. Cool. Any bargains for this week then, Claire?
Guess what I've bought, Kerry? So if you've watched my video on Sunday, I say at the end of the video that I'm going to be planting bulbs mainly next week. Well, I went out and did it the very next day. So I planted 750 bulbs. And I'm a bit worried about some of them. I haven't put as many in the orchard as I was going to. There's still going to be plenty if they come up, but the water table was so high that I was actually quite alarmed and a bit worried about whether they'd rot in there. So I put a few in to see whether they come up or not, but we'll see. We'll see. Then I went into my mother-in-law's porch and found that there was 180 narcissus in there that I'd forgotten. So I've still got those to plant. But then I've been out with my sister today. We always have a bit of a routine that we go somewhere Christmas shopping towards Christmas, obviously. And then we went to B&M. And as we came out of B&M, we saw all of these bulbs. So I got a few packets of these that was upside down. These are dwarf daffodil bulbs. So there's 30 in there, £2.
Ooh.
And then I bought some of the minnows, and I couldn't get any of those in the garden centre because they'd already sold out. So I bought those, and it was 3 packets of those for £2.50. So I've got 3 packets of those, and I like those. But then the thing that's really excited me was I have not been able to buy any big bags of full-size daffodils. But look, full-size daffodils. There's only, what is it in here? There's 30 in here, £2.50. £2.50.
Bargain.
And then I went the whole hog further because they had these multiple packs of alliums here. So these are like the little elegant mixed, it says. So there's some white, purple and pink ones in there. 3 packs for £2.50. And again with the crocuses. And how many is in here? 45 crocuses, 3 for £2.50. So they really were a bargain.
3 of those 45 crocuses for, wow.
Yeah.
Yes,
and then
that is a bargain.
And then I showed a bulb auger last week, didn't I? And it was commented about, because I'd never seen them before, how big it was. And I did try to use it. And I have to say, although it dug some nice holes, it also flung the soil all over the place. And the holes were too deep. There was no way of stopping it. It was just straight in because the ground was so soft anyway. The soil went everywhere. So I had to fill the holes back in with soil that I was scraping back off the lawn. And it was a bit up and down. It was just a bit big and it was quite heavy. So I've also treated myself to a smaller
mini one.
Yeah. And I feel like this is more the size I should have had. And actually, it does a 10 centimetre hole. And what's brilliant about that is because I like planting them in clusters, you actually could fit quite a few. I was fitting about 7 bulbs together, clustered close together. So I haven't tried, as you can see, I have not tried it yet. So that is my treat to myself. So these bulbs I'm going to try with this little one. And I think I'm going to put it on. This will fit the little impact driver that we have. So I don't think it's quite as powerful as the big drill. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to control it a bit better. And we'll see. We shall see. But this bit is only this deep, whereas the other one, it's a lot deeper on there. So, it just goes so quick and it just gone in. Well, I did joke that I'd be planting bulbs in Staffordshire that would be coming up in Australia. And Val, bless her, said, it'd be lovely to see you.
So we were trying to estimate how many bulbs you had already planted and that you thought about 1,700. And now you've got these to add on. So you're probably nearing like 2,000 bulbs that have gone in this year then.
Yeah. I mean, there's 90 there, isn't there? There's 60 there. That's 150. There's, let's not count them.
I think,
I've got a big job to do. But I didn't count I've counted the last lot that I bought because I bought them in the big sacks of the pheasant eyes again. So I bought 2 more sacks of those. So that's 400 to start with. And then obviously I bought some bulbs from well, I thought I bought them from Gardening Direct, but they must be the same as You Garden because it was You Garden that delivered them. And so obviously they're the same company. And I counted up what I'd ordered from them. So there was 350 bulbs from those as well. And they've all gone in the ground, all in the orchard.
Well, I have been bulb planting as well.
Have you
I have
now?
finally
Well
got some
done.
spring bulbs in the ground. So all my daffodils and narcissus are on the plot. And you're right, they just don't go very far. I thought
No.
I would have enough to do some more in the garden as well, but no, I only did. And it was only some small spots that I'd put them. And yeah, they go so quick. But the alliums are in. Some of the alliums had started to mold. I think the really small ones, I had ping pong. And yeah, I left them too long, basically. So yeah, something to remember. Be timely in your planting out. Who would have thought? So my little treat to myself, well, it was supposed to be my treat to myself, was to book our lodge for January. So you might remember every January we head off to a lodge with a hot tub for a little treat in the depths of winter. And Becky and I tend to plan our garden at that point. And so I booked it just a couple of nights ago. But my mum said she hadn't got me anything for Christmas. So now it's become a Christmas present, which is very nice as well.
Lovely.
So hugely looking forward to going to the lodge in January and having a little bit of rest time.
Well needed.
Yes. So, talking of which, are you going to be having a rest from the garden over the festive period? Because this is one of the things we asked in the poll on the questions on the community page. And most people seem to say no, that they were going to be pottering about at least in the garden.
Well, I mean, I think most people, it sounded like going to the garden to do important jobs was their escape plan.
Maybe. I felt that lots of people were saying they would be planting bulbs and it was your fault.
Sorry. Well, head to B&M because they had lots.
Yeah.
B&M had absolutely, they were, bargains. Do it. I will be working in the garden, but my spoiler already, I know you're going to ask me later on, is that I'm not filming next week. So I don't have to film anything, but I want to get a few little bits and bobs done so that hopefully I can crack on with some projects in the new year. But I will be on the garden. I need to. Otherwise, I tell everyone, if I don't get out in at least the garden or some nice long walks with the dog, I feel like a house rabbit. And I know your auntie's house rabbits are very well looked after, but this house rabbit likes to go outside.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'm going to make the most of the opportunity of even this week with work just being quiet, nipping up and down from the plot. And then over the festive period, obviously the university is closed, so get to spend some time on the allotment. So excellent. I don't have anything major to do now that I have done one of my big winter projects. I say done, almost kind of done. Which was glazing the allotment greenhouse. And even I went down there today and it was all condensation-y inside. And it's like, yes, there's warmth in there. It's so exciting. One of the things I might do actually over the Christmas period is take my lemon tree down and plant that in the ground in that greenhouse. So that might be a little job that I do. But other than that, I'm just continuing to get the bulbs in the ground. And I do see a little garden centre visit in my future, probably tomorrow. I do. I think I'll be going to the Blue Diamond and seeing if there are any bulbs still left there.
Do you have a B&M on the way?
I don't, but I was in a B&M just the other day. And I saw actually the paperweights that I had bought you, or that I hadn't bought them from B&M, they were in there. So I don't know if you saw them in there. You could have bought your own paperweights.
Well, I didn't notice
I failed to buy you them.
I mean, the bulbs were outside, so you saw them when you came out of the exit. So they were just on a rack outside. We did go into the garden centre area because I wanted a nice big planter for my olive tree. And I didn't buy one because it was just what they were. I liked them, but they weren't quite right. So, but I didn't even know that B&M's had garden centres. It was my sister that told me. I don't know if this will surprise you, but it's not somewhere that I frequent is B&M. So I went in today and I came out with several bags full of stuff. I did that once when we went to Primark as well. I've never been in my life, and I came out, and I'm the only person in the world, I think, that could go into Primark and spend £500. I wasn't counting anything up. This is years ago now. It must be about 10, 15 years ago. And it's probably longer than that because we were buying holiday clothes for the children. So it's probably a lot longer ago than that. And I wasn't even adding things up because it looked so cheap. Pound here, £1.50, pound here, £2. And yeah, I just got very carried away and very shocked. And it was the one and only time I've ever shopped at Primark. Never been back.
Oh, there we go. Well, I'll tell you what I saw in B&M. They had Monsteras for 50p.
Wow.
Okay, they looked like they needed a little bit of care and attention. But Mum and I were just staring at them like, we can't do it. We can't do it. Not even for 50p. And we did. We resisted.
I'm impressed.
So, yes, most people then were saying they were going to plant some bulbs, potter about in their garden. And most people said they would have homegrown food on their Christmas dinner. I think we have to give a poor Jen a shout out at Cloud Allotment 9, who said she would be having a pot noodle for Christmas dinner because she was on like a 12-hour shift or
12 and a half
something
hour
like
shift,
that.
yes.
Yeah, bless her. But she will be having homegrown parsnips on Boxing Day. Okay, I think most people said the same kind of veg that we were: parsnips, potatoes, sprouts. A couple of people did say cabbage, and of course carrots as well. So I think we do have just a little bit of time at the end of the party to take a couple of viewers' questions. So I picked these from a little while ago that these were added to the community page. We do get to all the questions eventually. And this one was from Tamsin. She said, how much time do you really spend in the veg garden or allotment every week? I feel this will be different for us.
I think it'll be very different, yes. I probably find it harder to quantify the amount of time that I spend on the garden because unlike you, I'm not making a special journey to go there. I mean, I know physically I am. I'm walking out onto the garden, but you can kind of say when you're going, can't you? Because you have to plan it around work and things, and you physically have to get yourself to the plot. For me, I come in and out of the house, and some days I probably shock myself that I can spend pretty much all of daylight hours on the garden. Other days it's just an afternoon. But it's unlimited for me. But I think I would say at the moment I'm not going onto the garden every day because I don't need. I mean, I'm going to open the doors, but I'm not physically gardening every day. But I go out into the garden. But yeah, I probably only spend maybe 3 days a week on the garden properly at the moment, and it's probably for about 6 or 7 hours at a time. It's still a lot of time. And I mean, and the majority of that is planting bulbs, to be fair.
I always answer this question with not enough.
No.
I would just love to be able to spend more time on the garden and on the allotment. My garden, as I've been saying for several weeks, has been very neglected this year. So I haven't spent nearly as much time on that as I normally would. And the allotment itself, generally I have one of the weekend days, either the Saturday or the Sunday, that I can spend. Obviously that's very restricted now because of daylight hours, but there's less to be done. In the summer, you can have a really long day on the plot. And I do try, and again, in the summer, you can do evenings and you can get an hour here or there and things, which you can't do at this time of year. But I do tend, if I'm passing with dog on the dog walk, I occasionally just pop in just to spend a few minutes in the space, just look around. I won't be doing a job or anything, but just to be in the space. But it's quite squeezed, and I would like to be able to spend a lot more time on the allotment. Okay, this question's from Carrie. So there's 2 parts. So one's for you and one's for me. So this one's for you, Claire. Do you have a system in place where you manage manure from the farm until you're comfortable to put it on the veg beds?
Yes, but it needs to get better. So there is plans, or there are plans afoot to make some proper bays to do this with. So what Duncan tends to do is he stores it. I think I've shown this on camera before, where he's scraping the dry muck out of the sheds and it gets stored in, it's the top of the lagoon yard. So, I mean, obviously slurry goes in there as well, but in the corner of the lagoon, it's dry, and he piles it up in there and it'll be steaming for a long time there. So it stays there first. And probably about 12 months after that, he then brings me some of it around. So whilst he's sorting it out to go and spread it on, he doesn't spread a lot of the dry muck on our fields because we have a muck hole, which is more of slurry. That's what goes on our fields. The dry muck gets ploughed in. We don't grow arable crops. So when it's the time of year, which it has been this week, actually, he's been tipping up loads of dry muck in a neighbouring farmer's fields. And what he tends to do, which he did a couple of weeks back now, is he'll pick out the best of that looks more done, a little bit less fresh. And he brings that around into the horse yard and tips it up into the horse yard for me. And it'll sit there now for another 12 months. What we want to do in the horse yard is actually make some bays. So we want to screw some girders into the floor and either put some concrete sleepers in, or wooden sleepers would be fine, and actually separate it so that he can come in with his bucket on the telehandler and lift things up. Because what we find is it needs aerating. He needs to move it about a bit so that it breaks down that bit quicker. You tend to find it's great around the edges, but then in the middle, it can have sat there for 2 years and it's still green. It's still fresh muck because it's just not had anything in it to break down.
Turn it like you would your compost,
like you would normal compost. Yeah. But I mean, our compost thing has dropped a little bit, and it's the robot mower's fault. Because obviously now we've got the robot mower, which only mulches grass. I don't have grass cuttings from the lawns to add into the compost that I used to have.
Okay. So the second part of the question was, Kerry, what's your go-to veganic fertilizer? So I had a bucket at the back of the plot this year, very smelly bucket that had comfrey in it, nettles and banana skins and some water. It's still there. I've used some of it. I sprinkled, mixed it with the water and then used the watering can to sprinkle it in the polytunnel when I was refreshing the beds before the brassicas went in. So I've got that on the go. I buy in seaweed feed, the granules, as well as a liquid seaweed feed, although I don't tend to use that as much anymore because I'm making my own with the banana skins and the greenery. So I have that. And then, well, it's not a veganic fertilizer, but it's one I use anyway. And that's the rabbit poop and the rabbit bedding that has all the rabbit urine and stuff in. So that's one of the kind of fertilizers I use. And I also add it to my compost as a brown as well.
Yeah.
So I think that's basically all I use really. And it's tended to work okay. I'm doing a lot of mulching this year. So my hope is that I'm building fertility in the soil just from doing the mulching over winter as well. Okay. So we're at our teasers, but we're also then at our point where we're going to announce who is getting our Christmas present. So we're going to choose this in the live chat. Okay. So we're just going to lead us in at this point, and then Kerry and Clare of the future will take over in the live chat. So our winner of a piece of merch from our store, you can choose either a bobble hat, a mug, or a tote bag. Up to you which one you want. And the winner is 3, 2, 1. We should have had some like party poppers or something at that point.
We should have done.
So congratulations to whoever it is. We wanted to recognize the engagement that people have had with the channel. So we've picked someone who has engaged with the channel and in the live chat this evening. So thank you to everyone though for all your support and for creating this community. Okay, because it's not just us, it's all of us that have
this community would be nothing without the viewers that are watching and are active members of it. You know, it's not, like say, we'd be a community of 2, wouldn't we, if it was just me and you, Kerry? We feel like we are part of something.
We like that, but
we do. We're very good friends. We're very good friends, but we feel like we are part of something much bigger, don't we?
Yeah,
definitely. And I'd love to say at this point as well that Robert and Bettina, the 2 winners from the giveaway last week, have been in touch. Robert's prunarbos are making the way to him. He does live in America, and Bettina is in Germany. So it was a very international giveaway that we had. And we are delighted, as are they, very, very excited. Bless Robert, was a lovely email that he sent to us, wasn't it? He was just busy away baking in his kitchen and almost tuned out, because you always think that someone else is going to win these things, don't you? And then he suddenly heard his name mentioned, and it's made his year apparently. So it's lovely to have received that feedback from him as well. And we are looking forward to doing some bigger giveaways next year too, aren't we?
Absolutely. But before next year, we do still have one episode left, the last episode of 2025 and the last episode of our first season of Sow Chatty. Do not worry, we're going to be back for a second season. But our final episode then is going to be a look to the new year and our plans for the new year and, what we're looking forward to in 2026 for our gardens and our plots.
And obviously our New Year's resolutions. And obviously we want to know about our viewers' New Year's resolutions.
I feel like we might go back and see what our resolutions were before, and we'll know that I do not keep.
Or maybe we can keep you accountable in the community this year.
Okay. Yeah, I need all the help that I can get. So teasers then for our videos. Well, Claire, you're taking a week off. I've done the exact opposite and decided to release a video every day for the week leading up to and through the Christmas period. So there's short little videos that I'll hope you join me for, just to spread some festive cheer across the week.
I'm having doubts, aren't I? As you very well know, I am absolutely panicking about the idea of having a week off. But with family visiting, there just isn't time to edit 2 videos in the week. And the biggest issue is my house. I said last week, it's the life of grime. And I need to spend the time I'd be spending filming and editing the second video to be tidying the house, that it is Christmas Day presentable, because you cannot see my dining room table at the moment. We nickname it the Amazon hub. So it's full of parcels and things that have half been looked through, and boxes are everywhere. So I'm having my first week off in 2.5 years.
Yeah,
I've never had a week off, and I already regret that I'm having a week off, but it's too late to film again. So I'm having a week off.
No.
But I
think we should all need to tell Claire that it's okay to have a week off and to relax.
Can we tell the YouTube algorithm as well, please?
We will all be back in January to watch you, Claire, don't worry.
Yes, but a teaser for that, though, is that I think I'm going to finally switch on the community section on my own channel. So I will engage in the community section over the Christmas period as well.
Okay. And we will be engaging in our community between our seasons as well. So, we're not going anywhere, but we will need a little break.
It's marking for you, isn't it, in January? It's a big month for you, isn't it, January?
And our semesters have been brought forward to allow for a reading week in the middle of the semester. So we actually start back teaching earlier than we ever did, but all that marking still needs to be done, and you got to prep for the start of term. So January, although for half of it there are no classes being taught, it's incredibly busy. Yeah. But I do have my little lodge break to look forward to, a little breather in the midst of that. Anyway, this has been a fantastic party, Claire. Thank you for coming to our party. I very much enjoyed
it. I've been munching my mince pie off camera as well every time.
And here I was refraining from crunching on my crisps.
Don't tell fibs, Kerry. I have seen you crunching on your crisps while we've been putting overlay on the screen. Look, there you go.
Hardly any left.
Santa's listening. Behave.
I've almost finished my drink, my cocktail. I didn't get to my tea in the end. But as always, Claire, absolutely lovely to chat with you tonight.
Oh, same with you, Kerry. And I'm looking forward to meeting you next week, where I will hand over a little bit of something that I have made for you for Christmas.
Oh, okay.
That's future Claire talking, because current Claire hasn't made it yet. But now I've got
you
to.
Talked about, you said about keeping accountable. Now everybody's going to be wanting to know what it is.
I'll let you know next week.
Come on then, let's cheers it out, Claire.
Merry Christmas, Kerry.
Merry
Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Look after yourselves. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.